Welcome back CTBzodiac channel. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the zodiac sign videos. Zodiac signs with intelligence and spirituality can become stronger as they live on, appearing unremarkable, but actually possessing great power. People with intelligence and spirituality can adjust themselves according to external circumstances. They can keep up with the times, be content with the status quo, and yet strive for improvement. They seem to follow the trend, but in fact, they know how to create opportunities. They can become stronger as they live on, appearing unremarkable, but actually possessing great power. So, which zodiac signs have these characteristics? 1. Scorpio. Many Scorpio tend to hide themselves when they are not powerful enough. Therefore, they may also have the appearance of a little person and be unremarkable. Even many Scorpio may seem low-key and silent in small groups, and are not people with extreme thoughts. They may even be easy to talk to and appear polite and thoughtful. In fact, Scorpio are just hiding their sharpness, deliberately concealing their thorns. Many Scorpio are intelligent and spiritual, adept at judging the situation and expanding their power and abilities from the circumstances. Therefore, many Scorpio can plan in secret and wait for the right moment to show their abilities. Usually, Scorpio deliberately appear ordinary, but in fact, they are holding back their full strength. If one day you find that they suddenly become different and achieve certain accomplishments and positions, it can only be said that Scorpio may have been planning and quietly laying the groundwork for a long time. It can be said that Scorpio often become stronger as they live on. They can draw strength from the environment, and they gain experience from the struggles with themselves and others. They may have a sharp side, but Scorpio are more rounded and transparent. They do not have to compete for victory or defeat in the face of adversity, but know how to bide their time. 2. Gemini. Gemini individuals often have a smooth and adaptable nature, and they don't like to go against any situation. Instead, they know how to go with the flow, and they can be patient without being particularly stubborn. However, this does not mean that Gemini lacks ideas. In fact, they know how to survive in situations that are not conducive to their development. They can bloom in difficult environments, and their potential shines even brighter. Gemini is a very perceptive and spiritual person, and they can learn from everything in their environment. They won't offend anyone, and even if they are in the midst of chaos, they can still remain unaffected. They can please everyone and not offend anyone. And it's difficult for others to catch Gemini's weaknesses. Sometimes, they are skilled at removing themselves from difficult situations by saying ordinary things or doing ordinary things that resolve the crisis without drawing attention. In fact, Gemini is a person who becomes stronger as they live, and they do not dwell on things that cannot be changed. Instead, they focus on changing what they can and accepting what they cannot change, even if they seem ordinary and inconspicuous to others. Gemini always manages to stand undefeated. 3. Virgo. Virgo individuals often start off low-key and have an unremarkable appearance. They never appear superior to others. Instead, Virgo has a humble attitude. Many Virgos appear ordinary, even if they are exceptional, and they have a down-to-earth side to them. This is because Virgo is not inherently selfish and does not ignore the feelings of others. On the contrary, Virgo is eager to serve and considerate of others' feelings, which often leads them to deliberately display a low profile. However, Virgo is a person who can achieve great things. The more humble and considerate they are, the more powerful they can become, especially when they are able to adjust their strategies and directions based on external needs. Many Virgos can understand what others are thinking and what they need, which allows them to become a person with desirable qualities. They become someone that others need and have many aspects that meet others' expectations. It can be said that Virgo becomes stronger as they live because they are not only wise, but also flexible. Virgo is not someone who sticks to conventions, and they are always changing according to feedback from others. In conclusion, the zodiac signs of Scorpio, Gemini, and Virgo possess great power and intelligence, as well as spirituality, which allows them to become stronger as they live on. Despite their unremarkable appearance, they have the ability to adjust to external circumstances, keep up with the times, and strive for improvement. Scorpio is adept at judging situations and expanding their abilities, while Gemini can learn from everything in their environment and remain unaffected in chaotic situations. Virgo's humility and consideration for others allow them to become someone with desirable qualities, and they are always changing based on feedback from others. These zodiac signs demonstrate the importance of adaptability and flexibility in achieving success and growth.